I'm Kurt Kelly with the Boise Bench Lions Club. I'm also the marketing chair for District 39W this year, which is 2022 to 2023. I'm recording in my own personal studio the presentation I gave on March the 11th at our midwinter convention. So I'm going to talk about marketing your Lions clubs. I'll go over what the district has been doing, and there was a roundtable, so I'll try to recreate a couple of the questions that came up. One of the things we've been working on and stressing this year is Facebook. First Facebook page we're going to look at is Lions District 39W public site. This site is designed for anyone to look at. Items are shared from individual Facebook pages that the clubs have, and the items are shared by myself and also the other administrator. For example, we'll put meetings on here. Right now, at the very bottom, there's a notice about the Middleton Club informational meeting that they're trying to form a branch club in Middleton, Idaho. The Caldwell Lions is working very hard on it. Lions District 39W Share and Discuss Facebook page is a private group site. You need to be a member of a Lions Club in District 39W. You can send a request to me, and I'll have the email on the last page of this presentation, and I'll send you an invitation. There's one question: what club do you belong to? After that, you can post Lions information on there. Club information is very welcome, and it's a good place for everybody to see what clubs in the district are doing. Also, to ask questions that just apply to Lions. I know one club is looking for another source for vests, so that's a good place to ask for it rather than have it on the public site. The individual clubs can have their own sites. It can be a public or a group site. I'm showing you the Boise Bench Lions Club. Conveniently, I belong to it and I'm the administrator for it. I post the newsletter every week, and there are other members that post different activities on here that are going on. So there's usually at least one post a week, sometimes two or three. You can get to see what we've been up to. There for the newsletter, there's a link to our website where the full newsletter is because you don't put all the information on there. The Marcine Lions Club has a Facebook page that they post their bingo games on. So if you're looking for a place to go play bingo, take a look at their page. I think they do it once a month. They have a picture of Lizard Butte, which if you've ever been to Marsing, Lizard Butte's on the other side of the Snake River from it. One thing I wanted to point out is they have a Lions logo on there. It's the correct logo. You should use logos, or you have to use logos that you get from Lions Club International, and there are several approved ones. So make sure you're using an approved one for your Facebook page or any other social media and your website. Next, we'll talk about club and district websites. Many of the clubs do have websites. Several of them use Lions eClubhouse website, which is free. There's a few that use commercial paid websites. Big advantage to Lions eClubhouse is that it's fairly simple. It can also be a disadvantage too because there are some limits, but we'll talk about that a little bit more as we go through them. One question that did come up was about pictures of children. My policy is if I'm going to have pictures of children at all on a website or Facebook, I will have just a picture of the back of their head. Otherwise, if you need to have a child in the picture, you can get a release signed by the parent or guardian. And the Lions Club International website does have a release on it. And I understand for the district, the Boy Scouts parents that did the flag ceremony all signed releases, and there was a young lady from Vail who talked about her cake making business and what she does with the money, which she gives back to the community. And she also signed or actually her parents signed a release. So I'm showing the Boise Bench Lions Club site. It's again a Lions E Clubhouse. You can put all kinds of information on it. On the home page, I've got quite a bit of information. We have a calendar that I keep up to date, club projects, photo gallery. Actually, that's of the speakers that we have every week. Way to contact us. The newsletter. You can find out who the officers and board members are. We also have a YouTube channel. There's also membership information and how you can turn in eyeglasses for recycling. Lots of good information on there. Just wanted to show off one page. I do have membership information. You can pretty much put everything you want on here. Understand the Tucson Cyber Lions even have a way to pay your dues through, I think, PayPal, and they're able to get that incorporated onto the site. So there's some flexibility. There are some limits to it, but the price is right, and there is support through Lions Club for it. So on the membership site here, I've got, and you can't see the whole page, I've got brochures. There's an application that you can download and fill out, and of course, all the pages have where and when we meet too. So it's a good landing page. Facebook, of course, is going to change all the time. The information is going to appear and disappear, whereas the page, the website is fairly static. The Valley Lions Club has an e-clubhouse site, and they keep it up to date. They've got a picture of people downtown, I think in Eden, waiting for a parade to come by. They have a calendar. They list their club projects, a way to get a hold of them. They have celebration. They just had a charter party. It looks like it was very well attended. They had that on Facebook. And some community links. They have where they meet, and they do change back and forth. So I guess if you're going to go to one of their meetings, you need to call ahead and make sure you go to the right spot. So they have they serve 3 small towns and have a very good website to keep in touch with the community. This is a commercial site. It's through, I think, GoDaddy, and this is the new Lions District 39W website. It's being worked on. It's got pictures. Right now, you've got a picture of the Emmett Lions there, but the pictures change. I think there's 3 or 4 pictures that scroll through, and the administrator can go ahead and change those at any time. So there's information who the district leaders are. If you click on more, there's a list of the clubs, when and where they meet, and contact information for that too. So site's being developed right now. It should be pretty good when it's finished. Some additional channels for publicity are Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, newspapers, television, and radio. This is where we had the most discussion. Did find that several clubs use Twitter occasionally. I use it for both the district and for the Boise Bench Lions Club. Instagram seems to be used more and more. That's a great place to reach a younger group of people than old Facebook. I recently ran an ad on Instagram, and the ages were skewed below 45, and I ran almost the same ad on Facebook, and they were over 45. So this may be a good way to reach younger potential members. Some of the clubs are using it to advantage. YouTube, LCI has a YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel here at the district that just started, and the Boise Bench Lions has a YouTube channel with like 13 or 14 videos on it. It doesn't get looked at a whole lot. We need to get that out a little bit more. Newspapers, a couple of clubs mentioned that they get articles in the local newspaper. I get the articles occasionally into a paper that's out of Nampa, along with pictures. Another club mentioned that they also get articles there, and that there's a local newspaper in their area that publishes once or twice a week, and they've had really good success with getting information there. If you're in a small town and you've got contact with a small town newspaper, that's a great place to get information. Television, recently the Meridian Lions were on TV. They had a fishing pond over at the Sportsman Show at Idaho Expo, and Spectra Productions actually puts it on, and they got publicity out of that. And I've also been able to get on Channel 7 when I was talking about the Found Kids booth for the Western Idaho Fair. I had to be persistent to get on there, that's for sure. Radio, I understand there's some people that have been able to get on radio. That may be a tough sell, but go ahead and give it a shot. Now, this is not inclusive. I don't know all the social media that people use, so go ahead and whatever seems to work for you. We want to try to get younger members, and Facebook does go to seems to get looked at by older people, at least in the spreads I've seen on the ages. Instagram goes younger. Twitter's had its own issues, but it's worth a try. I didn't put LinkedIn here, but I post stuff on LinkedIn every once in a while. I don't know if you're supposed to put club information on there, but nobody's complained, so I guess it works. Again, we had a pretty good discussion about newspapers, Instagram, television. You never know when you're going to be on television, I guess, when the opportunity comes up. It seems as though the Wood River Lions had information about the uh, winter camp for the school for the deaf and blind a couple years ago. They did a great spread, so uh, get the information out while you can. And if you have any questions, you can email me at lions39wmarketing@gmail.com. My name is Kurt Kelly. I'm so glad that you were here.